So like Sanchez was my boy on blue team with the 2-3. Danny just had this infectious positive attitude. He always had a smile on his face, like no matter what, like no matter how much like adversity you could throw at that dude, he just smiled all the way through it, to the point where we just started calling him cheesy. My favorite memory of Danny was we were on a training trip in Florida, and just one of those miserable trips. And I remember sitting in the back of the gun truck, getting rained on, being cold, wet, miserable, and just thinking about how much this sucked. And then I just look up at Sanchez, and he's just laughing hysterically. And then it brought me out of my funk, the guy next to me out of his funk. The next thing you know, we're all laughing and having a good time in this extremely miserable situation. Danny was legit, man. He was a good dude.
So Staff Sergeant Tim Davis, he was one of my students at the Combat Control School. So even as a student, I remember he was the guy that his whole class went to. If there was a question or if there was an issue, Tim Davis, although still a really young airman, was the guy that he was the problem solver on the team. You know, I can in my mind see his career playing out where he would have been a really great chief if he would have been allowed to do that. So he definitely was a leader amongst leaders.
He was always the type of person who would walk into a room and try to own that room based on a leadership perspective. And that's where his nickname came, as Senior Davis, quote unquote, Senior Davis. He always tried to take lead on every single event that he could possibly take lead on, because he just wanted to be that guy to give guys that right guidance.